The MTA will soon stop paying for car rides for essential workers who have to get to or from their jobs overnight. That policy first went into effect when the city started shutting down the subway system for deep cleaning due to the pandemic. But it's costing the cash-strapped transit agency a lot of money. Our Ron Lee has a story from Queens.
The taxi was so reliable and so quick that I started to enjoy it. It was a 13-minute ride, point to point, when normally my commute's, an hour and a half.
For essential workers like John Thompson, whose shift at United Airlines at LaGuardia Airport starts at 4:15 a.m., getting a free car service from his home on the Lower East Side that was paid for by the MTA was a nice perk that he figured would eventually be taken away. He was right. On Friday, the MTA announced the program would end on August 31st.
The MTA's broke. We are desperately in need of $12 billion of additional federal funding. And this program since May 6th has cost the MTA $6 million.
Danny Pearlstein, an advocate with the Writers Alliance, tells us the MTA's suggestion that the roughly 1,500 essential workers who relied on that free car service make use of improved late-night bus service is not acceptable. He says the better solution would be for subways that are currently shut down from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. so that they can be cleaned and disinfected, return to 24-hour service.
And tens of thousands of riders are waiting to pay the fare and get to work in the middle of the night. So the governor has to reopen it to them. He's got to do that soon. The city won't come back fully until we have a subway that never sleeps.
John Thompson says while he doesn't want to pay $35 out of pocket every day for a car service to get to work, he will reluctantly wait for overnight buses that he claims are notoriously unreliable.
I don't know if you follow the New York City Transit bus Twitter feed, but every night around 12:30, 1 o'clock, they publish a list of the bus lines that are critical to the overnight workers, especially borough to borough. And there are basically a list of apologies saying that we're unable to provide the kind of service that we'd hope for based on the number of drivers we have.
MTA Chairman Pat Foy says until the pandemic is over and the need to disinfect multiple times a day no longer exists, subway service will remain shut down during the overnight hours. In Jackson Heights and Queens, Ron Lee, New York 1.